Hi, my name's Mackenzie,
And I'm Taylor.
and today we're going to be talking about masks in creative drama.
Yay! So, let's get started.
Woohoo!
Masks have been a large part of theater and drama education since ancient times. The use of masks has been used by many influential drama theorists, utilizing them for performances, techniques, and educational purposes. Though they are not as common to see in commercial theater anymore, masks are generally used when an actor is portraying a non-human. If not this, the mask is a representation of some underlying characterization. Modern examples of this are The Lion King or Phantom of the Opera. Outside of America, masks are a staple part of some cultures' theatrical practices. For example, Japan's No theater incorporates masks to represent demons and spirits, as well as women and men of various ages. In the creative drama classroom, masks are used as a learning tool for students to explore physical movements and expand a character's range. For younger students, they may be used as a means for emotion exercises. In Western pedagogical practice, masks are used as a tool for actor training. Acting instructors Jacques Lecoy and Jacques Copiot developed the method of using a mask to help dissociate the performer or student from their own personal identity. Jacques Lecoy was an educator who focused on teaching the fundamentals of wearing masks. There were several stages of masks he would use, starting with neutral mask. The aim was for the neutrality of the mask to aid in awareness of physical mannerisms. Once the neutral mask was fully understood, he moved on to work with the larval masks. The larval masks have an underdeveloped look to them. They are childlike and are meant to invoke a feeling of playfulness. Using an exercise like this requires students who have more theatrical knowledge. The mask helps with the student to step out of themselves and into a new character. The mask is a safety net of sorts. After the larval mask is introduced, the clown red nose follows after. It is known as the smallest mask in the world. For Lecoq, each mask acts as a different skill level for students to build upon their ability to play. For younger students, these exercises work great for expanding creativity and building a relationship with the art form to share their discoveries with their peers.
Frances Anderson looked into the way the mask made a child feel. She says that the mask allows the child to play with and explore new emotions. For children, it can be helpful to explore the emotions to fully understand them. It also makes it easier for children to fully embody a character. Giving a child a mask helps them come out of their shell. Frances says, "Put her mask on her, and the Ham within emerges." Another person who studied the use of masks in this classroom was David Roy. David Roy wrote about research done in Australian secondary classrooms. This study was conducted to see what impacts do masks have on the engagement, social development, and identity of adolescents in schools. The study observed 6 different class groups during a theater lesson. 5 out of the 6 classes were given activities involving masks, while 1 was given a lesson without any masks. During the observation, field notes were conducted, and all of the children were interviewed to make sure that there would be less discrepancies. The findings suggested that masks may have a potentially positive academic, emotional, and self-awareness developmental impact on students. It also suggests masks may also provide a more inclusive way of supporting students with special education needs. For our sample lesson, we will be looking at masking emotions. By the end of this lesson, students will be able to identify/portray different emotions with the use of facial expressions as well as without the use of facial expressions. For this lesson, you will need masks that show no expression. You can also make your own expressionless masks with a plate and string. They can even decorate them however they would like. Just make sure to reinforce no expression/mouth. After talking about masks and showing examples, tell the children that we are now going to explore masks. Introduce the children to expressionless masks and allow the children to explore the masks. After every child has had a chance to thoroughly investigate, talk to them about emotions. Ask them to demonstrate different emotions using their facial expressions. Now, explain that they are going to do the same thing but without using their faces. Tell them to put on the masks and express their emotion using their bodies. Make sure that they are spread out and that safety is still the #1 priority. If they are having trouble, provide examples. Afterwards, you can ask why this would be useful. Talk about ASL and others who don't speak, such as some kids with autism. Last but not least, here's a takeaway question for you guys. What are some different ways you would like to incorporate masks into your teaching? Or is this something you would even bring to your classroom? Thank you so much for watching. See you next Friday.